Hello, I'm Sean, and welcome to the 7 map speedrun. Some of you guys may know it as the any percent speedrun, but I decided to change the name because 7 maps just made more sense. The timing starts when you hit continue, if you started with a multiplayer game, or in disconnect, or if you actually don't disconnect, or you're in single player, then the timing starts when the map loads. This run is very good, except for one RNG spot, and yet time can still be improved, but it is very hard to improve this time because of the nature of this map Last Stand, which is completely RNG. I'd like to take a moment to complain about how RNG Last Stand is. So, the RNG on Last Stand is insane because of a few reasons. One of the reasons is there's a specific set of zombies that can spawn, and each set obviously has different spawn times than the other. Now what this means is you can just get screwed over by RNG real bad, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. And so this run I get very particularly lucky with spawn rates, even though I can still get a better time than this. I'm running against my averages right now. Well, at least like splitting in the commentary. I split late on wave 2, which is my fault. I checked the recording time there. So yeah, I get really good subsets of zombies on every single wave except for waves 1 and 8. So of course the front end and back end. Where on each respective wave I can save at least 10 seconds. The best possible last stand time I could possibly have is a 5:24, I believe. I mean, I could check my best of splits right now to tell you. Let me go compare against my best segments. It's a 5:22, so I was close. Oh, frick, I forgot split. Oh, no. See, so you know it's already getting bad when you're trying to commentate and you forget splits. I'll try my best not to forget any more splits. It's just Last Stand has a slew of splits that are really fast, and when I'm trying to do something, it's hard to pay attention. I get a really good wave 5 pattern, set of zombies, this is what I call pattern, that I had never seen before. And it is probably 4 seconds away from optimal. But if I were to get that Last Stand wave in any run, I would be very overjoyed. I'm still saving time over my averages. So, right now I'm looking at the pace of this run, and it's pretty good. 310 wave 6, well actually a 303 wave 6 is insanely good. And when I see this wave 6, I was freaking out because now my run is ridiculous. If I get a good wave 7, I will this run would be sub 21 pace. And unfortunately, sub 21 is killed by some RNG later in the run. Like, really bad RNG, where if it would have gone any better, I would have sub 21. But you'll see later. It's very late into the run. I moved the split earlier into my run now. Like, I played as the third map. But it is really hard to get to that point now. Last Stand is easily the worst map in this game because of all the RNG. This is a really good wave 7 runners and stalkers. Not stalkers, shamblers. And probably the fastest combination of zombies that you can see on wave 7 as the other faster combinations. I'm pretty sure it can't even spawn. And I'm pretty sure you can't even get the really fast combination if you were playing without a level 1 boost. So by wave 7, I'm minus 52.6 on my averages, which is insane. My averages should not be that good, but they are. So I'm looking at it, and I, like, the pace 438 to get to the last, like, on the last wave. I'm literally freaking out because I thought I'm, like, I can't make any more mistakes. I have to go for sub 21 now. If not, like, rip. This run is too good. And so there's a lot of pressure going into the next map, which is Survivors, because if I die, this run is... I can't throw away a pace that's this good. Although, honestly, there's so much time save over this run that I could actually use in the next couple maps that it wouldn't actually be a problem. So I'm actually losing time because I got a terrible wave 8, like I mentioned as well. If you hear a whirring noise in the background, that's my computer. I'm just trying to run live split, and my crap top is extremely bad. So this is the major run killer. If you get a good last stand, be prepared to die to Survivors if you're super nervous, because you can die on this map without good armor, and I don't have good armor. And so you have to intentionally take hits on this map, or else you will be playing it too slow. And I'm actually starting to be careful, and I completely forget to activate Adrenaline, so I lose a ton of time, by the way. I just lose a ton of time on the split overall that I could have easily saved. By the way, on my averages, I'm minus 49 when I get to this last, when I get to Survivors. So, if that tells you anything, RNG really saved my butt this run. I should have taken out all those zombies at the door. That was a mistake, but I was trying to be safe and not die. And you'll see me be playing even more safe here. Oh wait, I'm thinking of a different run. There's a med kit in one of the rooms. Normally it's that room. Yeah, I go for this med kit. Just to be super safe, because I really don't want this run to die. This run's pace is absolutely insane. Now, when I play this map now, I try to go just balls to the wall, because there's so much time I can save. Saving those Survivors was a mistake. I should have just left. And see, like, now you can start to see me... Like, those Survivors weren't a mistake, but those Survivors down there were, because I could not have wasted the time. No leftovers, and I'm forced to pick up a box, which really sucks. And that's going to hurt my pod's time as well. And there's a lot more that affects that pod's time, too. As you guys know, pods is a very RNG heavy map. If you've watched or heard me complain about me trying to speedrun that for 39 seconds. 812 by boss room. Amazing pace. I got a 5:59 last stand, which is more than I can ask for, honestly. So you can easily die on this map. I didn't really explain well, but you take a lot of hits, and if there's no med kits or you just don't get lucky, you can die so quickly on this run. It is very insane. There was a run where I was 6:15, and I died on this map, but it didn't really matter because I ended up getting dailies and a bunch of crap that I completely forgot about. So I was okay with losing that run, but I lost a bunch of time. This is actually a really good Survivors, but I can still save like 20 seconds over it, which is the problem. There's a lot of time save on that split. I'm almost minus a minute after Survivors, and I'm going into pods thinking, holy crap, but then I see a box, and I'm like, okay. I instantly lose time on this pod split because of that. It's very rare that I even get to pods in the run, because I just last stand. and survivors aggravate me to the point, and then I get stuck on a wall. I see it's path 1-6, and my pod's time, but it didn't matter because I'm still on sub 21 pace. So I really didn't care that I'm losing like 10 seconds on this split, but that's fine. At least I kept my spree. Wicker kill went poorly though, like so bad. I needed something to redeem that run. That's easily a 50-second pod, which is completely not normal. But I never play out path 1, so I am practiced at them. I'm losing time on my splits, but I lost even more time on the run. And now Vaccine is a time... Oh yeah, I did get a 50-second pause. It's so bad. Vaccine is a map in which you can either get shafted really hard, or you can get really good time. I hadn't actually been up to this point with my 10... with just a really good run. The runs that I played before this were all really bad. I chained my adrenaline late, but that's actually really fine because it takes me right up to the train. I don't know how I timed that so perfectly. I went -4 in my pod split, by the way, so off my averages. I was -10 at least. Well, +10, I mean. I have to get used to minus being bad. I mean, good, not bad. I'm so used to plus being good from, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. So if you've kept track, this is the 4th map of the run, so this is officially the halfway point, and it is the halfway point in time. Now on these trains, I'm actually preparing my phone to give myself a level 1 boost for the next map power out, which is imperative to the run and one of the most key discoveries that we've found for time saves. The level 1 boost on power out is really good for a few specific reasons, which I will explain when we actually get to that map. And by the way, Vaccine, Power Out, and Onslaught were all gold splits on my run. Even though I've had a better in-game time for Vaccine. Which is kind of weird, but I think it was saved on W split and not live split. So I could save like 5 more seconds on Vaccine if I had like a Black Gigavolt. Primo can consistently like sub 235, and I can't. This is a 239 Vaccine, and it's played kind of slow. It's played really well. This shock field doesn't, unless you're completely in the zone and you get super lucky with the doors. Like on my 234, I got path 1, and see, I got super unlucky with that door. Also, just me failing my controls. This also really helps that the dropship was in the middle. Save even more time. But it was a good Vaccine. So I'm 1330 by Vaccine, so, and there's less than like 7 minutes in this run, so I'm looking at sub 21 pace. Putting in the code now. There is no restrictions on how to do these maps. It's just literally a 7-map speedrun, and that's why I called it 7 maps instead of any %. Because I feel like there should not be a restriction. Big mistake here, I force closed the app instead of just pressing the power button, and you'll see that I will lose seconds to that. I don't know how many seconds because I never timed it out, and I'm probably not going to. But it's at least 2 seconds to that. It's a costly mistake for doing something stupid. Well, actually, no. The mistake was made during Last Stand. But it's all the same. You can still make the same mistake here. This power out was really bleh. Like, I could have done much better. I was checking the recording there because my pace was so good that I didn't want it to pretty much die. I don't... What am I doing here? Like... That was where I lost time to. So I can still save time on this run, like I've said. It's just getting that last stand into Survivor's RNG will get me the run. Activate Adrenaline and move down. Now this is the big reason why playing level 1 boosted Survivors is... Survivors, oh my gosh. My volume peaked there, I'm so sorry. Why playing level 1 Survivors is the best. I said Survivors again. And why playing level 1 Power Out's the best is because if you can kill everything that spawned from the middle room on the screen without anything else spawning, then the wave will end early. So wait to take out the turrets, 2-clip them, and then try to find where the zombies spawn. You have to look at your mini-map when you play this map, and not what you're doing. The mini-map is more important than whatever the hell you want to think. Because if you know where the zombies are spawning and you can kill them fast enough, your waves can end earlier. So mini-map is actually very important. As you can see, the mini-map super helped there. Avoid that box. Like less than a second time slowdown. And I have adrenaline for the Loaderbots, which I never do, because I'd use a different adrenaline strat. And as you can see here, Loaderbots all die, and I get the heck away from those Loaderbots. Give it a moment, and nice. Power Out was not clean. I maybe lost 5 seconds at most. So obviously, you know, my run can be better. And it was still a gold split. So I don't play up to Power Out as often as I should. I'm minus 104 on my averages right now. And we're going into the map which killed the sub-21 dream. That's right, VIP. The map in which you wouldn't expect to kill runs. This map I consider to be like super easy. No text, nothing interesting, just don't kill much and you're fine. As long as you can run. And I'm getting a little bit nervous, as you can see there, like, holy crap. My movement was terrible, but it didn't matter because I was still on sub-21 pace. So even though my movement was absolutely garbo, I was really hoping for the mid VIP. I didn't get it. And of course you have to go for that one last, because if you don't, you lose like 5 seconds. But if you do get it up there, then you lose even more time. So you have to check that middle room last. There's no other way around it. I'm getting really scared that I'm going to die here. I go up and check the VIP, and then I come back down. That should not have been a mistake, but apparently it was. And as you see here, the VIP's RNG goes all the way around the fountains. I shoot these boxes thinking the VIP will go through them, but no, it goes around the other fountain. This is RNG, I swear, like, that shouldn't even happen. I'm super scared I'm going to die now. And then this is even more RNG. VIP just doesn't trigger, and then finally triggers. And I lost 21 seconds on my gold split. That's right, I can save 21 seconds because of that stupid VIP. And that, in turn, is what killed the sub-21. This is the mistake right here. If I hadn't forced quit in last stand, then I wouldn't get that cloud pop up and lose 2 seconds. Donderbus really helps out for this last split of the game, Onslaught. As you can plainly see, that means the boss is going to go down way faster, and the mobs are going to die, so it actually doesn't really matter. This is, if I didn't get the cloud save, the optimal time for last stand. So, we're nearing the end of the run, and I'd like to give my final thoughts on this run. RNG saved the run, and RNG killed the run at the very same time. There's no RNG on Last Stand. There's so much RNG on Last Stand. There's no RNG on Onslaught. Like 0. You just go. Time ends on mission complete, which is where I've been splitting every time, since you can probably hear the clicking of my spacebar. And with that door broke down, we can just finish out the run. Kill everything, of course. Onslaught is specifically last in the run because it is the one game that requires you to actually go to the character select menu, and then it requires you to pick up a box if you're level 1. So if you go to it any earlier, you pick up a box, you get the level up text, and you get a bunch of stuff. Regurgitator dies really fast, and you are forced to pick up that box. And as you can see, I have plenty of time when the boss fight appears, even though the boss is already dead. The dodger is amazing. And as you can see here, this is run over, and my sub 21 dreams are crushed, even though I could get a better time yet. 21:05 is the run time. It just kind of sucks that my run died to such terribleness, and I'm just going to play my actual commentary from here, live commentary. I'm never going to get a Last Stand that good again, though.